Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome to DTCC. Hopefully this is coming across loud and clear. If you're in the chat, say hello and let me know the audio is working okay. Alright, this is round 3 of season 7 of 2023 DTCC. And this one is coming from Tokyo Expressway. This is what is now a regular feature of DTCC, the carnage in the streets, and tonight will be no different. Got two humdinger races coming your way. So only 7 drivers tonight. A bit of a reduced field, but as you will see, no lack of action. Mika saying in Discord, chat not working on YouTube, but sound okay. Cool, thank you. Right. So yeah, small field tonight. But exciting action we've got. So let's do a group walk. Usual format. First 3 races of the season are all Group 3s and Group 4s. So we'll do a little grid walk. There we go. Good evening, Mika. Let me just take that link and share it. Okay, I got 3 screens and a phone as well. Modern technology. Right, there we go. Right, so yeah, first 3 rounds of this season are in the Group 4s and Group 3s that we've seen in the past 2 rounds. So on pole, as usual, reverse grid rules for the top 5 in qualifying. And this qualifying was tight actually in terms of time. There was only 5.5 minutes for what's in the dry, a 2-minute 10 lap in the Group 4s. But as you will see, the weather played a big part in tonight's racing, and it was no different for qualifying. Qualifying was damp. As a result, Dan is on pole. He was 7th quickest last in qualifying. He did not get a time in. The timer ran out, and same for our championship leader, Chris, in the Mustang. He also just failed to get a lap in. In fact, that was the wrong order, I think. I think Chris should have been... Actually, no, he did put Chris in front. So Chris missed it by about 3 seconds getting his lap in and was purple at the time. He was going for pole. So he starts 2nd. Then 3rd on the grid is Carly in her Porsche. She was 5th quickest in qualifying, so gets 2 points for qualifying. Then we've got Daz in the Nissan. I think that's a 4-wheel drive Nissan, so that could be interesting if it stays wet. Then 3rd quickest in qualifying and 5th on the grid is Matt in his Chevy, 2nd in the championship. Mike doing a sterling job in his McLaren. He was 2nd fastest in qualifying. I think it's his highest qualifying so far. So he starts 6th, and then getting his first fastest in qualifying and all 6 points is Alex in the Lambo. Again, 4-wheel drive. So, small grid tonight, but the action, as you will see, will be no less exciting for that. So, we will finish the grid walk and go. Let's have a quick rundown. Let's see if I can see what tyres people are on. Right, so, as I said, the weather is variable. All the weathers are for the races are based on the real life weather settings, and Tokyo's weather has been shifting between monsoon and completely dry. Now, it turns out it's damp. So all the drivers again is a bit unknown, but if we look at the quick rundown of the grid, Dan has gone for racing soft, so he's on slicks. Chris has also gone for softs. Carly's gone for softs. Daz has gone for softs. Matt's gone for softs. Mike's gone for soft, and Alex has gone for intermediates. Almost like some chat saying, hi, evening. Hi, Matt. Looking forward to some chaos. Yep, you're going to see it. So, Alex at the back, our pole sitter, or fastest in qualifying, should I say, he is on intermediates where everyone else is on wet, on dry tyres. So is that a masterstroke? So we have 7 laps of Tokyo. They're in a tunnel on the grid, so it's dry here. We'll see what the weather looks like as they come out of the tunnel. So there's 2 lights on. Let's get going. We've got a 4-wheel drive Mitsubishi on pole. Let's see how Dan gets away nicely. Looks like a decent start from everyone. Yep, Dan's going to lead him out of the tunnel. Let's see what the weather's going to be doing. Looks like already some action there. Matt's already gained a place on Daz as they go out of the tunnel, out of the safety of the dryness, and into the open air. You can, if you look, one of the key things is that monitor tyre, the track wetness monitor, bottom left. You can see it's just in the second third. Sorry. So Chris is already going for a move into the lead, into turn 1 as they come in. Let's see how this plans out. They're all on cold, dry tyres apart from Alex. We'll keep an eye on that Lambo, see how it goes. But they all managed to get through the first corner okay, but it looks like Chris has got the lead, a bit of a rub of the wall there, but he's got the lead and Dan's in second. It looks like Matt and Carly are the CMS racing teammates are fighting each other. Matt's trying to go around the outside of Dan. That never usually ends up well, but it looks like they're all making it at the moment. So we go into this fast right-hander, then into the S's. Matt looks like he sneaked just in front. Oh, the Porsche's gone wide. There's already carnage at the back. And it looks like Matt's gone off as well. Matt's gone sideways. Carly's gone off a terrible couple of corners there for CMS Racing. And Daz has gone off as well. And all this usual Teflon Pengelly has got through. Dan's in second. Right, let's have a watch back, see what happened there. Let's go back. So maybe let's go on board with Matt. Actually, let's go on board with Alex. So he's behind. We got Matt, we got Dan, we got Mike. It looks like Mike. Oh, Mike. It looks like Mike, Alex, and Carly all get together. 3 into 2 doesn't fit. And then we've got Mike. Oh, he gives Dan a nudge, and Dan puts Matt into the wall. Looks like it was just a little bit of a concertina there. Let's just go back and maybe watch it from Mike's perspective. So you can see here, he tries to go down the inside of Carly, but he probably doesn't realise Alex is right alongside him. Carly is now in the wall. And as we go into here, looks like Mike gives Dan the subtlest of knocks, and that knocks Matt into the wall. So Matt is now down at 6th. With a very bent motor car, and Daz has also got a bent motor car, even more bent. Look, he's got 2 bent wheels and no front and rear bumper. So out front, Chris managed to escape. They've got his battle now. So look at this. Alex has come up from the back and his intermediates. He's already up to 3rd. Is he getting more grip out of those intermediates than the guys around him? Chris is clear. Then we got, oh, Dan's going to the wall as well. What happened there? Let's have a look. So we're watching from on board from Alex's perspective. He's got a lot more grip. Nicely timed wind wiper sweep. So he goes through this left-hander into the hairpin. Oh, just gives Dan a little bit of a nudge. Again, just this is very easy to do, subtle nudges, and look at that. Mike is now up to 2nd. He's got through all the carnage. Dan's down to 4th. There's Carly in 5th. Matt is down to 6th, and Daz is 7th. So, into the hairpin for the first time. Chris is away and clear. You can see it's still damp, but it's probably not too bad for slicks. We'll see how it goes. Mike's got a bit of a lead now in 2nd, pulling away. Then we've got Dan in 3rd as they come across the line. Alex down at 4th. I think he must have redressed that. If he has, that's good form. And then Carly in 5th, Matt in 6th, and Daz in 7th. But they're all pretty close. There's a lot to be play out here. We're on damp weather on the slicks. Let's keep an eye on the Lambo, because as I say, whilst the if you look bottom left, that the moisture indicator, usually anything in that middle 3rd is into territory. So the guys are going to be very careful. Guys and girls are going to be very careful whilst the track is slippery. But it looks like it'll probably come to the slick runners. So Mike's got a nice gap in second now, enjoying that. So it looks like AJ has AJ Motorsport. Let's have a look. She's got past Dan. Let's have a look. It's a nice clean move into the first corner. Just out dragged him down the straight. So Dan is now down to fourth. Let's see what we can see. So nothing much going on behind us. He's just been passed by Alex, but Alex goes a little bit wide. Even though he's got inters on, he's gone a little bit wide, and that gives Dan some hope there. And it looks like we've got a bit of a squabble going on behind as well between the CMS Racing team. There's Matt on Carly. Let's go on board with Matt. He's sizing up his Porsche teammate, making a recovery. He's going to try and go down the outside. That probably won't end well. No, he understeers off into the wet part of the track, and Daz just goes straight past us. There we go. So Matt, trying to overtake his teammate, is now back down to last again. It's got it all over again to do. Right, Chris is away. Nice clear lead now. It looks like the track is starting to slowly dry out. Mike's doing a grand job in second. Is Harrod's liveried McLaren. That's very nice too. So then Alex is up to third. Now let's keep an eye on Alex's tyres. Oh, we got some battles going on. So looks like Carly, Daz and Matt are all together as they come into the hairpin for the second time. You can see Matt's making moves. Oh, I think he thought about going down the inside of this end, but oh, Carly's gone wide. Carly's gone a little bit wide. Is that going to give Matt a run? I think he probably will. Let's have a look. But Porsche's got really good traction out of the hairpin. So let's go on to Dan, and there we can see from his rear roof cam what he can see. Is there going to be a bit of bump drafting going on? I reckon there probably will be. Let's go have a look on from Matt's roof. Let's go on board. Let's go on the passenger with Matt. He's trying to get a tow from Carly, who's right behind Daz. So here comes the Porsche. Is Carly going to give Daz a nudge? No, goes straight past. That Porsche's got decent top end speed. Look at that as we go down the main straight. It's a huge main straight here into the first corner. Carly's got a nice move done and gets Dan as well. Look at that. That was very nicely done. Lovely bit of late braking. That's worth another view, I think. Let's watch that again. So taking advantage, I think, of the nimbleness of the Porsche. Maybe Dan's thinking it's a little bit wetter than it actually is and goes straight past. Look at that. Very nice. So look at this. We've got 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th all together. Let's have a look. Alex is on his own, so is Mike, so is Chris, but we've got it all going now as we go into the S's. Daz is going to try and make a move around the outside of Carly, and then we've got Dan and Matt right behind as well. What can Daz do? He's got a little bit wide. That's going to let Dan go fast, and yes he does. Can Matt take advantage of that? No, look how close they are into these S's, which are tricky when it's damp. They all managed to get around. You can see Matt is right on the tail of Daz in the Nissan. Matt be wanted to make amends for his first lap shenanigans. He's all over the back of that Nissan, but it's quite tough to pass around this track. There's probably only really one clear passing place, although you can get into the hairpin. So all we can see is the Chevy from our bumper. Oh, Daz has made a bit of a mistake, but he managed to close Matt off. Let's have a look, see what Matt can see as we now are side by side. Daz in front of us with Dan, who's going to brake later as we go into the hairpin. This is going to be tight. Looks like Daz has got Dan. Can Matt make a move down the inside? Oh, he does it as well. So Dan loses 2 places in the space of one straight. So you can see though, 4th, 5th and 6th, 7th, oh, super close. So up front, Chris has just done the fastest lap of the race. He does a 2:12.246, which is only very fractionally quicker than 2 or 3 tenths quicker than Mike. Mike's flying the McLaren there. He's found 7th gear. Right, so let's see what's going on behind. Let's go on board with Dan. They come flat out down this huge straight. Looks like Daz is lining up the Porsche. Here we come. Carly goes defensive. His dad's going to flick to the inside. He does. Who's going to brake latest as we come into the first corner? Mika's very late on the brakes there. Manages to get it stopped nicely as well. So great defending by the Porsche and good on the brakes. So Matt is now getting really interested in what Daz is up to as we go down the hill. And Alex is not that far in front, and his tyres are starting to go. So let's see what happens here. Carly's in fourth. Still ahead of Daz, who's still ahead of Matt, who's still ahead of Dan. There's nothing in it, and look at all four of them together as they come through the streets of Tokyo. Carly's saying in the chat, turn one with late braking is my preferred passing place. Yeah, it did nicely. So let's go on forward with Matt. So we've got Dan right behind us. The thread the needle. Drax trying out now. You can see bottom left. And it looks like Matt's going to make a move on Daz. I think that's done. Is it done as they come into this right hander? Oh no, Daz is hanging out around the outside. I think he just nudged the wall, and that gives Matt the advantage he needs. So Matt is now up to fifth. What can he do with his teammate? And all the while they're catching Alex. Look at this. So I think Alex is tired. So you look at his front left. Is absolutely negative. Is Matt making a move? No. Looks like Carly's gone a little bit wide as they come out of the hairpin, and Matt gets the job done. So Carly just went slightly wide, and up to fourth goes Matt. But Carly's now right behind that Corvette. Let's go from the roof. You can see, look at this, 4 in a row. So CMS Racing teammates working together. Mika's giving Matt a bump draft to try and get him away from the Nissan behind. Over line we go, so it's 5 more laps done. We're over halfway down the race. Carly looking in the mirrors. Let's see what Dan can see. We've got also Dan doing the same thing. So we've got 2 pairs of bump drafting cars as we come down the straight. Is Mika going to make a look into the first corner? I think it's about it, and does. Another great move. Look at that. But Matt gets the undercut. So good move by Carly. Some nice racing there from CMS Racing. And all the while, look at that. That intershot Lambo is eating his tyres now. He's drying out. It's a gamble worth thinking about, but I don't think it's going to pay out for Alex. He's in third, but I don't think he's going to be able to defend that as we come through the sweepers. So we've got, look at this, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh all together. Alex gets a little bit sideways. Is that going to be the gap that Matt needs? I think it is. He goes through the third. Meanwhile, we've got Daz is up to fifth. Carly's down to sixth. Dan's in seventh. Look at this. It's phenomenal racing. So I did say there's only 7 cars in it. And we've kind of forgotten Chris and Mike up front, because look at this racing. Yeah, it looks like Alex's tyres are gone. He's letting everyone through. Probably not a bad idea. So, battle for 4th, 5th and 6th now. Looks like Matt's actually escaping a little bit. Who's going to win out in this battle for 4th? We go on board with Carly. We've got a Lancer all over our tail. Underneath. Oh, what happened there? That was that looked interesting. Let's have a look. I'm not sure what happened there. So what happened to Daz? I think maybe did Carly give Daz a bit of a... Oh, that's really hard to tell. That's almost impossible to tell. No, it looks like I think Carly hit Daz and then lets him through. That's what we like to see, a bit of redressing. So as you were, with Daz in 4th, Dan's in 5th, Alex is back up to 6th, and then Carly's got all to do again in 7th. Meanwhile, across the line we go. Chris is just serenely driving on. He's just done another fastest lap, so every successive lap is getting quicker as the fuel comes down, but more importantly the track is starting to dry. Another purple. Mike's doing a great job in 2nd. Really pushing that McLaren now, so he's found 7th gear. Actually, look how quick it is down the straight. He's nearly half a second up on the fastest laps. That McLaren is certainly quick down the straights. And Matt is chasing him. Just done his personal best at 2:09.8 compared to Mike's 11:9. So Matt's got some pace there. In fact, it's only half a second off the fastest lap. Daz is now broken clear just a little bit in 4th. And we've still got this scrabble going on. But look at Alex's times. Amiga's now has got back up now. I think let's see what happened there. So again, a great move into turn 1. Getting past Dan. Repeating what she did a couple of laps ago. And looks like with Alex's tyres melting at a rapid rate, front left is pretty much gone. It's pretty easy for the Porsche driver just to saunter on past. Looks like Dan's going past as well. Yes, he does. So I think the fight is now between Mika and Dan for 5th. Can Daz do anything about Matt? I don't think Matt can do much about Mike in front. There's too much of a gap. Chris is just flying away. So back to his battle for 5th. And the wipers have come on, so maybe it's starting to rain again. With GT7, you have no idea what the weather's going to do. So even though it's predefined, oh, that was a knock there. I think they got away with that. I think Dan, unfortunately, went straight into the back of the Porsche. That is the problem around Tokyo. The driver in front of you makes a mistake. Oh no, they both did the same thing. Then you can lose out by hitting the car in front. But in that instance, they both did the same thing. Right, let's see. So Chris is now about to start his last lap. So did have a good qualifying. He missed out on the points for qualifying. So he just missed getting across the line, but made up with it for it. Started up the front of the grid and got through turn 1, no carnage, and he's away. Mike's doing a grand job in 2nd, just does his PB of a 2:10.627. Matt's just done a 2:10.492, so ever so slightly quicker, but I think that's, unless Mike makes any mistakes, we can't even see the Chevy in the background. So Daz is pretty much solid in 5th now. Then we've got this battle still going on between Dan and Carly. Dan looks like he's trying to make a move as we come down into turn 1. He's got the move done. And will Carly do another late break? We've seen it twice already. Odds are, yes we are. There we go. So yet again, the Porsche getting it stopped as well. So much more positive on the brakes is the Porsche driver into turn 1. Can Dan do anything as we come back through the sweeps? Super quick. How's Alex doing? Alex's left front is toasted. So worth a punt. I think that was actually probably a game that glitched that he didn't get a chance to change it. So Chris just done yet again the fastest lap, 2:08.99. Domination in the group 4s. This will be, I think, where are we? 4th win in a row for Chris. He didn't win the group 4s in round 1. It'll be 4th win in a row, which actually is more dominant than he's been in previous seasons, I think. So across the line he comes pretty soon. Mike is doing a grand job in 2nd. This will be his highest score in this season. So Chris down into the tunnel he goes. Nice straightforward win for Chris. Well done, crossing the line. Takes the first win of the night. There we go, just to get a PB, not quite. But yeah, nice win from Chris, and then Mike's going to get a great podium, great 2nd place. Over he goes in the McLaren. Super job, 2nd for Mike. Matt was closing him down, but unfortunately a bit too late. He goes 3rd, recovery drive there. Daz comes across the line for a hard fought 4th. You see all the damage on all the cars. And here comes Carly, a great fight in 5th. Looks like she's broken off Dan. Yes, she has. So across the line, a good good first result for CMS Racing. Dan finishes 6th, and then here comes a valiant Alex in 7th. So there we have it. That was the first Group 4 race. So Chris takes a win and fastest lap. Mike gets 2nd. There's a nice shot of Mike's McLaren. He gets 2nd in the McLaren. His best results so far this season. Matt gets 3rd. Daz gets 4th in Nissan. Mika gets 5th, even though that's not Mika, that's Daz. Is there a better shot of Mika? Can we get a better shot? There we go, a bit better. Dan finishes 6th, and then Alex finishes 7th. So, as there's only 7 drivers tonight, that shows there's a lot of points on offer here. Right, so over we go to the Group 3s. As per usual, it's a reverse grid, but obviously with only 7 drivers in, it's not the biggest issue in the world, starting from the back. Never look top right. Never look top right. Right, let's see. So, again, similar conditions to race 1, but slightly more rain, we think. All the drivers, again, have got to choose what tyres they think are the most suitable. Let's have a look at what each driver's gone for. Oh, that's a nice view. That'll do. There we go, that's one word. Right, so Alex is on mediums. Interesting choice, given it could well be wet. Dan's on mediums in 2nd. Carly's on mediums. Daz is on softs in the Nissan. Matt's on softs in the Corvette. Mike's on mediums and Chris is on mediums. So bear in mind, obviously, we've got the tyre allocation. The drivers have a number of mediums and one single hard and then softs to choose from. And tonight's race, anyone using intermediates will count from their soft allocation, and anyone using wets will count from their medium allocation. So the drivers got a little bit conscious of what tyres they use. The wets aren't free, so the wet tyres aren't free. So, here we go. Oh, that's a nice view of the Tokyo tunnel roof. Rolling start. Love it. Thanks, GT Sport. Look at that for a view, right? Oh dear, that's better. Right, so here we go. Let's see what the weather's going to be like. I think there's a bit more rain than there was for the Group 4s. Have they been wise to start on slicks as they come out the tunnel and into the darkness? This is the night race now, so it's going to be getting dark, and it's proper spray. Look at this, there's proper spray, and they've got slicks on. It looks like Dan's already making a move as we come into the first corner. So they've got cold tyres, and it looks proper damp. It's proper wet, and it's raining, so they've all gone on slicks. Will they get through the first corner? They have all gone understeered wide. Looks like Matt goes down the inside. He's managed to earn Chris is sideways, and Matt gets turned around. No, Carly's going to the lead, and Chris is going to second, but they're all going to be struggling. Look at the fish tank. What's happened to Matt? Matt has gone down to the back, and so has Dan. What happened to Dan? Oh, Dan got turned around in the carnage as well. You can see Matt does a 4,000 degree spin. Matt and Dan get going, and Dan's stuck in the barrier bizarrely. Right, so up front, Chris has managed to escape, but it is properly wet, and it's raining. They're all on wets, and Chris is gone. Chris has lost it. Alex has lost it. So Daz takes the lead. Daz is now in the lead. Chris has now lost it again. Can Daz hold it? He's got a nice lead because everyone seems to be struggling. Carly's up to second. Mike's up to third. It's all really down to who can keep it straight, and there's more carnage in the back. Who was that? That was Matt going off. And Carly's up to the lead because Daz has gone. Oh, this is going to go. They're all spinning. Chris is back in the lead. Let's see what happened there. So there's Chris. It looks like everyone spins off in the wet. Chris manages to keep it in the straight and narrow. And Alex is now up to second. Matt has managed to get back up to third, but Dan's now passing with fourth. So Matt and Dan, who were like last, are now third and fourth. Matt's got his sideways, but managed to hold on to it. So Porsche's gone through. What's happening to Mike? Mike's down in sixth. Daz has gone round again. There's Chris. Twinkle Toes is doing a nice job. Dan is in second, but look at this. Matt is trying to go down the inside of Dan. As they go round, they're going to try and tiptoe their way around. This is properly wet. Dan's got damage and hits Matt. Matt managed to get through though. Alex is in fourth. Carly's down to fifth. Mike's in 6th and Daz is in 7th, so as they come to the hairpin, Chris is through. Very ginger, look at that. Matt is now coming, Matt is up to 2nd now. He's about 8 seconds off the leader though. Can he get him stopped? Who can get stopped for this hairpin? They all managed to. That's pretty good, look at that. They've all managed to get it going, but they cannot get the power down, all squabbling away. Oh, Dan looks like he's gone a bit wide. Carly's now up to 3rd in the podium. Daz is now behind. But so as it's raining, who knows? So Chris crosses the line, comes in the dry now of the tunnel. Looks like Matt is now got the 2nd, but Matt is going into the pits. Matt is into the pits. Now, what tyres will he be going? What will he be thinking? So, what? And Carly is now into 2nd. Mike is trying to make a move on the Porsche, goes past. So, let's see how this plays out. We've got a drag race as we go into turn 1. No one's going to know where to brake here. The tyres are probably still quite cold, and you can see there's quite a lot of water. Mike gets a purple, everyone gets purple. Into the first corner, gotta be gentle, but he's still gone wide. Carly's done a nice job, gets it through into 2nd. This is very much like the Dutch Grand Prix of the weekend. Is it worth hanging it out? Still 6, but you can see already the track is starting to dry a bit. Dan's in 5th. Matt has come out on inters. Matt has decided that was so wet that it's worth going in inters. But you can see already the track is drying. This is the thing about GT7, the track changes super quick. I wonder if that's wise. Let's see, we'll keep an eye on this splits. So out front is Chris, he's got a ginormous lead. He's just trying to hang it out to see if he can keep the mediums alive in the wet weather. Carly is now 2nd. We got Mike in 3rd, Alex in 4th, Dan in 5th. Then Matt into shod. Yeah, you can see, look at that. Look at the bottom left. It's already starting to dry out. I think Matt is using up a set of softs to do this with his inters. They count as softs. Let's see how they play out. It's still quite wet in places. Chris is now through the hairpin. He's got a nice lead against Carly's doing a great job in 2nd. There's Mike in 3rd. Obviously Matt's on outlaps, we can't tell what his lap time is. It was worth a punt because that was so wet, but it looks like it's really dried out. It looks like Carly got a little bit squirrely coming out of the hairpin, and Mike is right on the tail of the Porsche. You can still see plumes of water, so have we got a Lambo next to us? We have. But Mike is in the tail of the Porsche and is getting a bump draft. You'll probably see the Lambo. No, the Lambo's still there. Can't see in the mirrors. There it is. Let's go back of Carly's car. You can see, is Mike going to give a bump draft? Yes, he does. It's to everyone's advantage to bump as they come down the straight. Now, Mika was showing a lot of bravery into turn 1 as we come down the straight. Looks like Alex is making a move. Will he make a move all the way down the inside of Carly as well? No, are they all going to get stopped? Yes, they do. Go a little bit wide there, a little bit of understeer. Oh, Alex is sideways. He's gone. He's lost it. And Mike is now trying to go around the outside. You can see how wet it is. It's still super wet around those first couple of corners. And Matt is now up to 4th. So he's done a 2:11. That was his outlap. So even his outlap was 3 seconds quicker than the guys in front. So the inters are working beautifully at the moment, and he's purple as well. So you can see Daz has done the fastest lap, 2:10.8. Matt is already nearly 2 seconds quicker in sector 1. So at the moment, those inters are the tyre to be on. But you look at the track; it's drying out quickly. And I think Matt's going to have to make another stop. Go back to slicks. Dan's in 5th, and Daz, who went purple, is now starting to fly in his soft. So Chris is up front, he's on mediums, but you can see that anything when it gets to that bottom third, the moisture indicator, bottom left by the timer, that is slicks territory. And there you go, Chris has already gone purple. Inside Matt is already starting to suffer his inters. He's up to 3rd, but he goes a little bit wide. I think he gave Mika a little bit of a biff there. Let's have a look. So he's having a scrap with the McLaren, so he gets past the McLaren up to 3rd. I think he was Let's have a look. Let's see. So, he brakes just a bit too late and donk. It's like watching a game of snooker. Right, so Matt has to redress and in all that, Mike says, thank you very much. The two CMS racing drivers take each other out. Mike gets up to second. So Matt is still purple in all of that, but I don't think that purple's going to last very long. Chris has now gone purple at 2:05 at 5, and that's definitely Slick's territory. So here comes Mike. He's got the Porsche alongside us. Can we see it? It's there somewhere. There it is. Look at that Porsche. It's got super. Oh, Mike lifted. Mike lifted. I think that might be a little bit of fuel saving going on there. Or maybe he's trying to duck back into the toe. And he's going to try and get the move done as we come into turn 1. There we go. Mike just breezes past, but then Carly does it again. Straight past and gets it stopped as well. And all the time Matt has now caught up the back. His inters are starting to wear a bit. And Mike's gone for the inside of the Porsche. Didn't quite make it. Look at this. It's like the Group 3, Group 4 all over again. So we go on 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th all together, and Daz isn't far away either. Let's go on board with Matt. He's on inters. The guys around him are on slicks. Can he get the move down into the chicane? Doesn't quite do it. I think he probably remembers the first race. Oh, huge arm balls in opposite log. Those inters starting to wear. That's worth I think that's worth a watch for them. Let's go. Come on, you camera. Let's go back and watch that. Look at that, huge! A little bit of help with the barrier. So there's Daz. Daz is flying. So Daz is actually now the fastest on track. He's on soft, whereas others are on mediums. So let's watch out for Daz. Alex is on mediums. Matt is, as we say, on inters. Dan's on mediums. Mike's on mediums. Carly's on mediums. So Daz, a long way behind, he was, but he's now caught him up. So let's keep an eye on Daz, but you don't want to be out there. That's the trouble with the slicks. As soon as you go offline, you just get into the water. So, 2nd down to 7th. We'll ignore Chris. Chris is gone again. And that car is lightning quick on the straight, so Chris won't be seen again. His usual perfect job. He's just done a 2:01.4, so you can see how he's just taken 4 seconds off his fastest. So that is showing the track is now pretty much slicks. So we got Carly, and it looks like Dan and Mike are having a squabble, and then behind them Matt and Alex having a squabble as well. So is Alex going to have a go at Matt? No. Matt's tyres are starting to go. Is he going to come into the pits? Carly's got a bit of a break now. Looks like got a bit of a gap as Mike and Dan swap positions. They come down this main straight. Like I say, also there's a battle going on for 5th and 6th as well, so let's stay on this at the moment. And it looks like Mike's going to try and make a move on Carly as they come into turn 1. Carly defends the inside, it's a little bit wet there. Manages to get it stopped though. There's Danny's lurking in 4th, so look at this. We've got Matt just behind. He's got Alex all over the back of him. Matt's tyres are really starting to wilt now. So this is roles reversed from the Group 4. Now it's Matt on the defensive on intermediates with Alex attacking him on mediums up front. So it's still Carly defending solidly from the McLaren to go through the S's. And where's Daz in all this? Daz is catching up, just done his PB again, 2:04. Softs are looking good. No change of position here as we go through the sweepers. It looks like Alex is getting very close to Matt. I don't think this is going to be long. Look at that. The rear left of Matt's is looking horrific as they go into the S's. He's going to start losing chunks of time. You can see the tyre wear going down in real time. Looks like, oh, I think he's stuck his nose down now. Daz is trying to get in on it. Looks like the Lambo has got past the Chevy. Can Matt fight back again as we come into the hairpin? All getting nicely stopped, so you can see the dry lines now, or a bit of rain appearing. That might help Matt out a little bit, although I think his sprinters are probably past it. So Alex is up to 5th. Let's have a look. Yeah, the wipers are on. I don't think Matt's going into his left to take advantage of any damn this. So Daz giving Matt a bit of a bump draft as we come down the main straight. Right, into lap 6 we go. It's already lap 6 of 16 laps. Look at this, all three of them are together. So, as we go down into one, probably not down, long into the first corner, it's on slightly uphill. Looks like Matt is going to make a move on Alex. So he might have absolutely knackered into us, but he's still going to go for it. Can he get stopped? If he does. Daz is really late on the brakes, manages to get past all of them. Let's go to Matt. Oh, there's carnage behind us. What happened there? Let's have a little wash back. Daz tries to make a move as we come into turn 1. Matt goes down the inside. So if you ignore Chris, this is a bit like Max Verstappen. Oh, look at that. Daz tries to go through the middle, but didn't quite make it stick, and Matt just slips back in the inside. So Alex is down to 5th, down to 7th. So this is just like, Daz has got Matt. Has he got Matt as he comes out of turn 2? I think he has. So it's just like the Verstappen and the Red Bull, and then there's everyone else. And this is great driving. Oh, but Daz has gone wide on his slicks. Again, you don't want to be out there. That's where it's wet. But Matt, his left rear is absolutely toasted. It looks like Alex is going to go around the outside with a bit of panel bashing again. Poor Chevy is getting battered from all areas. Right, so this is what's going on ahead. Nothing, they're too close. So this is Matt now. His left rear is completely gone. How far can he go on that set of inches? I think what he's trying to do is trying to get that set of inters to last so he can get one more stop back on the slicks. Alex is right behind. I think this is a matter of time. And we've got the Corvette. There we go. There past goes the Lambo, and we're going to see a Nissan up our inside. The Lambo goes a little bit wide. He'd be on the but Matt is looking at, he's fighting the oversteer. And I think Daz is just going to clean drive past us. Clean drive through us. So Nissan's through, Matt's down to last again. Got all to do again. Is he going to pit though? He surely must pit. No, he's going to do another lap. He obviously feels like he needs to do one more lap. He's going to bump draft the Nissan, but look at that. Those rears are looking absolutely horrific. But Matt is continuing to do another lap. There we can see the Chevy behind us giving us a bump draft. A little bit of lag. Another bump. Look at that, doing nearly 180 miles an hour. They come, look at the speed, they're closing on the Lambo because of it. Oh, Daz makes a move. I think he got a bit wide. I think the overspeed caught him out a little bit, and he gave Alex a nerf, but they've all survived. Dan's doing a good job up in 4th. Right, let's see what's going on here. It's been such a crazy race so far. This was GP, and the chance in the evening. Oh, you'll have to watch the replay, Chris, of the first lap. Right. I think we've been broadcasting for about 3/4 of an hour. We've only done 14 minutes of the race. There's so much to dissect. Right, so Chris is out in front. Well clear, well clear. You can see where he's on the track map, top right, compared to the following pack. So he's clear. He's done a 1 minute 59.5, which is very quick. He's out in lead. Carly's doing a great job in second, with Mike Horner Hill still. Did a 2:02.6. Guys on mediums. Tyre wear will not be a problem. No, little repeat. Don't go back and watch that one. Watch the live and then go back. It's not the same when you're watching it not in real time. Right, and then so Mike's doing a great job. He was second in race 1. He's doing a grand job in race 2. He's third in the McLaren. Dan is doing a super job in 4th. He's done a PB of 2:03.7. And Daz, who was last in his softs, you see now the track's gone pretty much completely dry. He's 5th. 6th is Alex, and then Matt in 7th has dropped quite a long way off the back of it now. I think that extra lap on Inters has cost him quite a lot of time. You can see he was actually lapping almost as quick when it was wet. So yeah, I think he's trying to make it to the stop to get a 1 stop for the rest of the race, so he'll take on probably a full tank and put some softs on, or mediums. We'll see. He's already used a set of softs and a set of intermediates, so he's already used 2 of his softs of his allocation. Let's see what he comes out on. Out he comes. He's going to try and do 9 laps on a fuel, so that's going to be a struggle. So Matt's out on medium, so see what he can do. Way off the back. The Chevy's good on fuel, but he's trying to get 9 laps out of a tank, which is going to be quite tricky. Right, so Chris is up front. There's Kai doing still a great job holding off Mike. Here comes Dan. And then there's Daz. So you can see all the times are dropping as they find their feet. And the track starts to dry. It's properly dry now. There's a few little bits of moisture, but it's pretty much dry. Chris is in. So Chris has made it to just about a half distance. Let's see what he will do. He's been just running mediums the whole time so far in the championship. He does have softs to play with, but he's only actually, I think, got a couple more left potentially if he wins this race. The way that the tyre ballast works, if you like, the winner of the overall night's racing, so both the all the points added up from qualifying round race 1, race 2, they lose 2 of their softs to mediums. And then 2nd and 3rd of the night lose 1 of their softs to mediums. So Chris has just decided to use mediums the whole time, and he will soon run out because he wins all the races. Right, so he's on mediums. So Carly's in. Carly, I didn't quite keep a track of the fuel, but it looks like Mike saved more fuel. So I'm thinking that Mike might get the jump here. We'll see. We'll see how much he thinks he needs to get to the end. He doesn't need a full tank, so I think he's jumped. Carly, yes he has. So out comes Mike, but he's out on softs. And Mika is out on softs as well. Dan has done the same. He's out on mediums. And there's Matt. He's quite a few seconds behind now. Try and time it as we come through the. Let's have a look. So it might go through now. Look 3. Yeah, he's a long way behind. Let's see as he goes down the main straight. Goes across the first timing beam about now. So Matt is about 15 seconds off Mike. That's a huge gap to catch up. Right, so back to the front we go. Chris is out, he's stopped, he's got fresh mediums on and almost a full set of fuel. Daz is actually, has he passed Alex? I think he might have done, but Daz is up to 2nd now. But he'll be coming into the pits very shortly. Fuel lights flashing, as is Alex. So Daz has used a set of softs up. Goes through this tricky hairpin. And here comes Alex. And his Yo Sushi Lambo. Looks like these 2 will both be in together. So let's see. They've both pretty much got no fuel left. So let's see what the if they can manage to gain a little bit on the guys in front by only having to put in 7 laps of fuel, not 8. And we'll see what tyres they come out. So round the hairpin goes Mike. He managed to get the jump on fuel. Got a decent lead over the Porsche now. You see Mike has got less fuel as well, so obviously that McLaren is more fuel efficient than the Porsche. Either that or he's going to have to try the short field to get the jump and do a bit of fuel saving. Right, Daz is still in. Daz is out. It's a short stop here for tyres. So Daz, look at that. Daz is actually, Dan is just going to get past Daz as they come out of the pits, but Daz has made up some time there. That Nissan is good on its fuel. It's good on its tyres as well. So he's had to put in less fuel than the rest. So even though he's actually got slightly more, his total stop time was pretty short. So he is come out now, he's 5th. Alex is 6th, and then Matt is actually not that far behind. So Matt's just done his PB at 2 minute point 5. He's got to get that car 9 laps of fuel, which is whereas Daz and Alex have got 7 laps of fuel on board. So you see Matt actually has got less fuel than Alex, same as Daz. Well, Dan's quite short. Carly's got a reasonable amount. Mike's got a little bit less, and then Chris is out front. Just did a 2:05. So out lap. That might have been an out lap. So let's see what Matt can do. He's 7th at the moment. But 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th aren't that far away from each other, but there's only 6 laps to go. So, sorry Chris, we're not seeing you much at all tonight. But here he comes though, complete lap 10. Comfortable lead now. Mike's in 2nd. They did a grand job in race 1 to finish 2nd. He's in 2nd now. On his PB. He's on racing softs. And here comes Carly. And there's Dan. I mean, probably one of his. I think it's actually got a podium, didn't he, Daytona? We're doing a great job at the moment. He's on mediums. Daz is on mediums. Alex is on soft, so let's see what Alex can do. He should have a tyre advantage over these 2 in front of him. It's done a 2:05. Matt's just done a 2:01, so let's have a look. Carly's done a PB at 2:02.2. Dan did his PB at 2:03.2. Daz obviously, that was an outlap. He's got Alex right behind him now. And then Matt just done 2:01. So Matt looks like he's actually quicker than the guys in front of him. Let's see. So look at this. So we've got a good battle now. Let's just check there's nothing going on ahead. No, looks like Mike's got a reasonable gap. Right, so battle for 4th then. 4th, 5th and 6th. We've got Dan in the Mitsubishi. He's on mediums. And it looks like Daz has really got a grip advantage. Daz is on mediums as well though, but he's flying. And then you've got Alex behind on softs, who should be the quickest of all of them. Tyre-wise, look like they can fly him round. Let's have a watch from Alex's car. They can fly him round the streets of Tokyo. It's starting to get dark. Oh, Daz has gone a little bit wide. Oh, I felt lucky there. I think wasn't much Alex could do about that. Daz hit the wall, slowed down. Alex tried to go for the gap and just nudged Daz, but there's not much any of them can do. So all in a while, this is going on. These 3 are slowing each other up. Matt is starting to catch up. Look at this. 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th are all in the same shot as they come across the line. There we can see them all. Dan comes across the line in 5 laps to go. Anything going on between? Let's keep a check on. So Mike's done a 2:02.592 and Carly done a 2:02.732. So very similar between the 2nd and 3rd. Across the line we go. There's everyone's cars looking a bit battle damaged. So it looks like, here we go. Looks like the Lambo just breezes past the Mitsubishi. That Lambo's got good top speed. Look at that, he's left him for dead. Is Alex going to get it stopped in the first corner? It looks like he does, and we've got Daz behind us. So nice move there by Alex. Up to 4th he goes. And Carly, so you can see there's not a huge... I say, if it wasn't for Pengelly Verstappen out front, this would be another really tight race. So what's Dan? Dan's now got Daz behind him. Daz is on the PB. What can he do about that Mitsubishi? He's getting close. He's on soft. That's why he's on mediums. They're both on mediums. Alex is making use of his softs up front. And there's Matt. Matt is closing. Matt's just done another 2:06, which is quite a lot quicker. 2.5 seconds. 3 seconds quicker than the guys in front. So Matt is closing fast. See, he's got that Chevy well and truly revved up now, whilst Danny's fending off Daz. You can see the Corvette closing up quickly in the background. Daz is going to make a move. Where's Mitsubishi gone? There. Sorry, this ain't gone. There he goes. Looks like Daz has got it done. That was nice. But can we get back? We can. Oh, it's going to be dragged to this little kink, but no, it looks like Daz has got it. If we look behind, we're going to see a Corvette right behind us. Matt has now caught up to the train. Is he going to go straight past the Mitsubishi, or is he going to give it a bump draft? Oh, he decides to drive past. Look at that. He thinks I might be quick enough to now drag you, and then is he going to try and sneak into the toe of the Nissan? That's the danger. The Mitsubishi might get a toe. No, Matt's picked the toe up. Look at this. So here comes the Corvette, and the Corvette blast past us there as well. So Matt deciding he's just going to go. He's not going to wait around for the toe. He's just going to. Daz is now nicked back into the toe. That Corvette's pretty strong down the straight. It looks like. So Matt has now gained 2 places in the space of the straight, up to 5th. Almost like saying go, Matt. So let's see what's going up front. Looks like Mike's done a 2:03.7. Carly's done a PB of a 2:02.182, so 1.5 seconds a gap. Closed on that lap. Does Carly smell a second? So Carly will tell me. I don't think Carly has scored a podium on track. I know she's had one in the rallying. Could be wrong there, Mika, you tell me. Carly saying in the chat, I knew I could catch McLaren if I took chances through a few corners. Pray no one can't see that. No one caught. Let me know about your podiums. So let's keep an eye on this. Alex has done a 59.6. So Alex is really getting some pace out of that Lambo now. He's on soft. It's starting to wear, but we've only got 3 laps after this. But he's got charging Matt behind. Daz, what's going on there? Is there anything going on there? So Alex is starting to close. Look at this. So let's have a look as they come across the line. 3 laps to go. Mike crosses the line now. Yep, Mika saying only podium was in the rally. Yeah. So second comes across the line. Chris is well gone. Chris is half a lap in front of everyone else. So Mike comes across the line. Does the 2:01.80. He's back on the pace. Mika does a 2:02.2. So matches a PB from the previous lap. Mike pulls away a little bit. Alex has just done a 2:01.3, so I think that's probably his more natural pace. That might be a toe that got 59. Matt's just done a 2:06, so he's gained 7 or 8 tenths on Alex. They're concertinaing up. How's Daz doing? Daz is now 6th, done a 2:03.9, and Daz I think had a skirmish at 2:06.4. Whereas Chris has just done a 58.6. Cool tank of fuel, looking nice and dandy. Well, his fuel does look a bit low actually. Mike's doing good, so then McLaren's obviously pretty good on fuel given he short filled. Mika's got just over a quarter of a tank left. Alex has got loads. Just goes a little bit wide there, but Alex has got tons of fuel, so he's got damage as well. There you can see his bumper in his left front tyre is lighting up. That's going to give Matt some hope. That's banging out the mid 2s. 2:06. Yeah, look at that. Within a tenth of each other. He's on a PB as he closes up on the Lambo. The Lambo's still hobbled. Still got that damage. Let's see what Matt can do. We go on board with the Chevy, and Mika is just up in front. So, 3rd, 4th, 5th, all close. Mike's not that far in front of us either. Round the hairpin. Alex gets a bit sideways coming out. Are we going to see that Corvette tow up behind us? Don't think anyway. Let's have a quick look. Anything else going on? No. Right, let's see if the Corvette got the straight line speed. Doesn't look it at the moment. But here he comes. I think he's picking the toe up. Here comes the Corvette as they go past the pits. 2 laps to go. Is Matt going to make a move on us? Yes, he does. There comes the Corvette. Again, a straight line speed. That Corvette is high. He's just going to tuck in the back. It's getting dark now in Tokyo. Unfortunately, you can't see the starry sky because it's a bit cloudy, but into turn 1 they go. Alex is going to make them think of it. So Alex has still got a tyre margin. He's still on the softs. Matt's just done a PB of a minute .491. So they come through the Kings. Carly did a 2:18, so Carly's putting PBs in. Matt just went half a second, second half quicker, and thanks to that monster toe he's got. But Alex is not giving up. Right behind him, you can see they thread their way through the streets of Tokyo. Brilliant track to drive. Right, does he keep it flat through here? Oh, it's a bit of a lift. Mental two corners these are. They're super quick. This is 138, 139 as they go through. Matt is closing on Mika. This is going to be a race to the line. Mike he's not safe. One mistake and he's could be in trouble as well. So look at this, into the hairpin we go for overtime. Mike, Mika, Matt, Alex, and then there's Daz. Dan's dropped off a little bit as well, but still going away. It's good points just for finishing tonight. So across the line we go. Chris is well away into his last lap, into turn 2 and out of he goes. Lovely drive from him. Looks like he's fuel saving a bit. He's done some 201s. So Mike comes across the line, does a 2:02.3. Mika comes across the line, does a 2:01.7. So another half second or so taken out of the McLaren's lead. Then Matt comes across the line. He's just done a 2 minute .0. So I think he's turned the wick up now. We've got Alex right behind him, giving him a bump draft by the looks of it. So he's not going to try and overtake. He's going to try and maximise the pair of them's chances of getting. He's thinking, oh, he's going to try and go around the outside though. That'll be ambitious. Doesn't quite do it. But look at that, they both caught up the Porsche driver, so that bump drafting has really worked for them. Slight little nudge. That's a little bit behind, so let's watch the last lap. Can Mika hang on? She's just done a PB at 2:17. And he's on a PB already, so final lap. Never had a podium in the dry. Well, on tarmac. Matt is in 4th, chasing. Alex is in 5th, so we could have any of these three can finish 3rd. His dad's a little bit off. Where's Chris? Chris is coming across the line, so another beautiful win from Chris. Got away from the carnage halfway through the first lap, never looked back. So lovely win from Chris. Domination. That one's probably one of the biggest wins we've seen in DTCC. Mike is just ahead. Look at this. So there's Carly, there's Matt, there's Alex. They're all coming into the hairpin. Who's going to get it stopped for the last time? Mike leads us into the hairpin now. Just one mistake and Mike had dropped from 2nd to 5th. He gets his stop now. It looks like Alex has gone a little bit wide. Carly keeps it nice and neat and tidy. I don't think Matt's going to get a run from there. And there's Alex as well. So Mike is going to lead him across the line. I think it's quite a run to the line, but none of them are really that much of a toe. So Mike comes across the line now, backs up his 2nd in the first race, was 2nd in the 2nd. Brilliant race from him. Over he comes. Then Carly gets a superb 3rd. Back 4th. Alex 5th. Phew. I think here comes Daz. Wow, that was as we said, only 7 in the race, but I think it takes 2 or 3 to make a good race. Daz finishes 6th. Here comes Dan finishing 7th. And I've run out of voice again. That's what I always do in these races. Carly says, one more lap, who knows? One more lap, we'll run out of fuel. Well, Dan has run out of fuel. By the looks of it. Right, there we go. What a race. What a race. So, Chris takes another win. Dominant win. In his Ford. I think Mike gets a double 2nd. And I think he was 2nd in qualifying as well. So that's a really good, strong night score for him. As a result, he loses one of his mediums to softs. I'm sure he won't mind that. Then Mika gets her first podium. A great podium it was. Did a PB on the last lap as well. So look at that. Last couple of laps, all PBs. Can't ask more than that. Maximum pressure and pulled out a fastest PB. Great job for 3rd. Then Matt had to come back from the back after, I think, a bit of a worthwhile but crazy in the end gamble going to intermediates. He finishes 4th. Then Alex finishing 5th. His softs were pretty much gone by the end. fighting fifth for him. I think he got second fastest lap of the night. Daz finishes sixth in his Nissan, and seventh was Dan in his Mitsubishi. So there we have it. That was round 3. Tomorrow night on track we've got the Radicals at Goodwood, so that's going to be something new for everyone. We've not used Goodwood or Radicals at all before, so that'll be fun. That'll be broadcast at some point. Oh, excuse me. Right, so I hope you enjoyed that. Like says, well done guys, Super Racing, thanks for calling. Well done Chris, yeah, another dominant win from Chris. Hope you enjoyed that. That was round 3 of DTCC Season 7. And so look forward to 3 races of Goodwood, which should be entertaining, let's put it that way. I think that's going to be even more carnage than that one. But that was fun, even though there was only 7 drivers. That was a superb race for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. We will see you next week. Thank you and catch you later.